right. Settle this legendary story. Joe Theismann finishes runner-up for the Heisman in 1970?
1970, correct.
Okay. And as the story goes, the sports information director, Roger
Baldessari.
Yes. He ordered you to change your name because your name was Joe Theismann, and he said, let's change it to Theismann because it rhymes with Heisman. So walk me through this of when you got approached and then how it played out from there.
It was before my senior year. We'd had a really good junior year, so before my senior year, Roger calls me in the office. He said, Joe, how do you pronounce your last name? I said, it's Theismann. He said, no, it's not. It's now Theismann. I said, no, it's not. It's Theismann. He said, no, it's Theismann. So I said, give me the phone. So I picked up the phone, called my dad. And I get my dad on the phone. I said, Dad, I got a question for you. He said, fire away, Joey. Typical Jersey guy. Hey, fire away, son. I said, all right, Dad, how do you pronounce our last name? And there's like this silence on the phone. And my dad comes on. He says, are you okay? I mean, you're starting your senior year in college. You know how to pronounce your last name. What's going on? I said, I'll explain it later. Just tell me, how do you pronounce our last name? He said, Theismann. I said, I'll call you later. Hung it up. I said, Raj, look, my last name's Theismann. I know. I just got a phone with my dad. He said, Joe, there's a trophy out there called the Heisman Trophy. We think you have a chance to win that trophy, and we're going to sort of help you. We're not going to count on just your athletic ability nor the reputation of the University of Notre Dame. But we think just by changing the pronunciation of your last name from Theismann to Theismann to rhyme with Heisman, we think we can get you that trophy. Now, this is the question that was posed on your show a little bit earlier. Why didn't I change it back? Well, I called my grandmother, who was the matriarch of our family. And we're from Germany, and so I called my grandmother, and I said, Granny, look, they're thinking about changing the pronunciation of our last name from Theismann to Theismann. She said, well, Joey, let me tell you this. She said, the correct pronunciation is Theismann, and it's closer to it, so I'm okay with it. So I got the blessing from my grandmother, and that's why I kept the name where it is. So that's the whole story and the true story.
So it's Theismann.
It's Theismann. That's correct.
Theismann.
Yeah.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.